Here at A Cut Above Video, we pride ourselves on our ability to think outside the box. Using green screen when producing video content is an effective way to be creative. In this video, I'll give you a little behind the scenes look at some of our previous green screen projects. The first video I want to look at is our 2022 April Fool's video. At first, this setup doesn't look too much different from the one I'm in now. However, as you continue to watch, you will see that the student in the monitor behind the presenter can actually interact with the world outside the monitor.
So what we've done here is created a system that's a little different than your traditional Zoom call. And it allows the teacher and student to feel like they're really in the same place and engaging with each other. So it is our purpose here to provide you a system that we can engage.
Let's break down how we accomplished this effect. First, let's look at the footage we shot on green screen. You can see that we have the presenter on the left, the student on the right, and a table covered with a green sheet in between them. Now let's look at the second shot we used. This shot will have the same table, but with the green removed. We put a TV on the table and made sure the TV had a solid color on screen to key it out. Green or blue usually works best. It is important that the camera and table position do not change in between shots. Then, we essentially merged these two shots together by keying out the green, add in a background for the student, along with some visual effects to make the Zoom call more believable, and there you go, a pretty convincing trick. This next video was a little more complicated to pull off. Our 2021 Christmas greeting video required careful planning as well as a bit of clever acting.
What's your Christmas wish this year?
Well, Santa, I would like for A Cut Above Video to have the best business year it's ever had.
Anything else?
Yeah, could you make it stop snowing in here?
To create this video, we had two separate setups in our studio, shot at two separate times. The first setup we see here is of Santa. As you can see, we have Santa in his chair, surrounded by green material. We key out the green and isolate Santa to insert later in our pre-selected stock image. Now let's look at the next setup. We have an elf sitting on a round cardboard tube covered in green material. We do the same process here to isolate the elf. Something to point out is that because we are shrinking the elf down to a smaller size, it's important that the elf looks up at a slight angle when saying his lines to Santa. Once both subjects have been isolated, shrink down the elf to a size that looks right and put the pieces together. Add in some vocal pitch changes to the elf and Santa, then do a little color grading to match the scene, and you have it. The last video I want to break down is from a series of mixed martial arts training videos that we created for a real client.
From your MMA guard stance, I'm going to be pushing off the ball of my lead foot as my right foot is going to go outside the line simultaneously. All right, so instead of a regular just linear step advancing, my front foot pushes, my back foot steps offline.
The setup to shoot this was pretty simple. We have a green background with a soft mat hanging from the wall and covering the floor. For this video, we needed to create a virtual background of sorts. Let's take a look at the background we created, then break it down piece by piece. First, we added in barriers on both sides. Then, if we take a look at the background, there are four separate elements glued together. We have the pavement just behind the mat, then the curb. Both of these elements are images taken on a smartphone right outside our office. Then we have a stock photo of a brick wall and, of course, the client's logo, which we can easily change the color of for different levels of training. With all of these elements combined, we have a solid virtual background that pleases the client. Well, that's it for this breakdown. If you want to watch any of these videos in their entirety, you can check them out on our YouTube channel. I'll put the links in the description. Great job, Connor. Hey, thanks, man. Up top. Come on, you can do better than that. Ah! Jeez. Chill. Anyway, thanks for watching.